So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the quality of the different hardware. The speakers are quite loud, by the way, for their sheer small size. We're going to go ahead and cut those down, and we're actually going to go ahead and open up the camera quick launch button, which you can open with the shoulder buttons here. So this is the front facing camera. It is open by default. Let's go ahead and get rid of all those little crap menus. You guys can see that it is kind of slow. I mean, it looks okay. Now, in terms of megapixels, I believe it's, I am absolutely positive the front one is 0.3, but I've heard someone say that the back one is 3 megapixels. I don't believe them. I think they're the same, but I've seen on other websites that they say that these are actually 3.2 megapixel cameras, and that goes for both of them, so. But I believe they're 0.3 just because Nintendo thought they would be actually responsible in releasing the specs for the 3DS, and those have 0.3 megapixels, so I don't know why they downgrade the cameras. So yeah, anywho, yeah, they're VGA cameras, so they're not the greatest, and they're a little slow, as you guys can see. One nice thing particularly about this front facing camera is that since it's directly on the hinge, you can kind of adjust the angle a little bit. So this would be perfect for like streaming or something, but unfortunately that's not out yet, and I don't think the DSi hardware could really handle that. But if someone like Ustream or what's their name, Skype, or maybe just like Justin TV or Blog TV or something like that were to come out with a client for this to allow you to stream, I would definitely buy it. But I think it's going to start off with, like, you know, voice chat, and then it's going to go to video chat, and then later on they'll do streaming. That's the way I think it's going to evolve. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a picture here. Just like so. And that's what the picture quality looks like. Pretty decent. It's not the best in the world. I mean, you're not going to be using this like to document whole trips. But yeah, although you potentially could, since it does have the SD card slot and you can store pictures on there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the back camera. You can switch to it by either hitting the switch button or by hitting this X button here. And there it is. And as I said, the indicator light will light up when this camera is in use. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. You guys can see it's pretty much the same thing as the front camera. Only real difference is that the way it looks is a bit of a bigger lens. So let's go ahead and take a picture of, say, the printer with lots of stuff on it. Okay, let's have a look at the picture that came out. Again, you'll notice that it's a little bit kind of glowy. It's probably because the camera lens is dirty. This is one big con. The camera lens on the front constantly needs cleaning. So you just take a shirt, and here. Just take a shirt, and what you're going to do is just kind of wipe the lens like this. Just kind of rub, or you can just real quickly rub the whole entire Nintendo DS on your shirt to hopefully fix that. So now let's try taking another picture, see if maybe we can fix that little bit of an issue that we had. And it should, yeah, it automatically went up to the back camera since that was the one we had before. This'll do. Oh, it's going to be a little blurry. I shook the... That's just not too bad. We'll go ahead and save that. I will see if I'll try and get those two photos onto the computer so I can put those, so I can play those as they were taken. So yeah. Anyway, I wish I'd saved that foggy picture. Here, let me see if I can get that to happen again. I mean, even just touching the lens like that, just on accident, which happens more frequently than not, just by the design of the camera, cause that to happen. This one's a little foggy. I'll show you that one. You'll see the effect that I was talking about a little bit. And you'll notice that pictures that were taken with that feature will display up here. Obviously, I don't want all of those displaying up here. I mean, would it just be weird if, like, you know, I link you this and all of a sudden you see a picture of my printer up here? Yeah. Anyway, that's the camera. It's pretty good, actually. It's a kind of a neat little novelty. It's, you know, I can't really say that it's, you know, I can't really say it's worth being a seller point, although it kind of was for me, but the camera quality, and I already knew this, was not that great, so it's about 0.3 megapixels per camera, although there is a slight possibility that this one might be a little bit higher. I'm not sure. Let's go over the microphone. I have already actually done some tests with the microphone, so I really don't want to have to go through them again, but I would quickly play through each of my tests. This one here was from a freakishly up close distance like this. You know, I was talking up here, really close. And then this one here, the second one, well here, let's go ahead and play that one. Really close test. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. Really close test. And you guys can hear that. If it's at all possible, really close test. Okay. Testing 1 2 3. If it's at all possible, 1, 2, I will try to see if maybe I could play that through so you can hear it with your headphones. Alright, here's normal test. I just kind of, you know, held it up like this from a standard distance, not too far. Just, you know, as if I were, you know, holding it up to like play a game or something. And that was this one. Normal distance. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. Sounds pretty good. This one, what I did, the next one, I was kind of all the way over here and I was talking into it. This one right here, so let's go ahead and play that one. Bar test. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. And this last one here was literally, I had the Nintendo DSi sitting here. And I was kind of over here. And I was recording. Let's see how that came out once we get back over here. That's probably going to be the worst part of the video, watching me having to walk around like that. Okay, here we go. Across the room. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. Y'all be the judge. You're not going to be recording whole lectures with your DSi like in a class or something, because unfortunately, I mean, this probably would be a pretty good use for it, but unfortunately the app, the little microphone app, can only record 10-second clips at a time, and you can only record so many. So that is basically the camera and microphone quality. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into some pros and cons about the Nintendo DSi. To hopefully to help you make a decision about which one you'll get. Let's go ahead and start actually with the cons. I'm going to be pulling these kind of off the top of my head. For one of the first cons that is kind of apparent is the build quality. Yeah, it's a good looking device, but you gotta look at it from really up close and you'll see quite a few flaws. First of all is up here. You'll notice that it bows. It might be too close for you guys to see, but it kind of bows up. What is that? Someone? Oh, I think that's an axe or something. But you see, someone's it kind of bows up a little bit. It might just be mine in particular. Might be something wrong with all of them. It also does it here a little bit on the sides. I mean, this, you know, it doesn't really matter. Something that kind of does concern me a little bit though is right here that you'll notice pretty good seam, and you've already seen it. Right here is just real off. I don't know. I don't like going back in asking for trading in, but you know, I don't know if this is mine. If y'all have a white DSi, could you please tell me if your DSi screen does this too? Yeah. Also, there's a bit of a seam along the top and bottom. Yeah, you can see here. It wasn't quite in focus. There it is. So yeah. So those are. It is not the greatest build quality in the world, but you know what? It's still a good system. Yeah, just to let you guys know, I'm gonna sound like I'm slaying the Nintendo DSi in these cons, but I absolutely love this system. Alright, let's see. Something else that I've noticed is that, and this is probably only apparent on the white model, so, I mean, the white model looks the best. You cannot, well, in my opinion, and in most people's opinion, but, indicator lights tend to shine through it. Let's look at the backlight here. Let's see if we can get this going. If it's on full brightness, it should be pretty good. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, barely, maybe. Yeah, you see it right there. I don't even know if I can see it on the camera. I don't know if you guys can make it out though. There's that little bit of a bright spot there, and some over here. Backlight tends to shine through the plastic. So I'm not so sure what that means. Also, you probably also noticed it when I was doing the camera demonstrations. I'll show you this real quick. the camera indicator light does tend to shine through here a little bit. So you can see that the camera light is on. And you see that little bit of a pink glow there? Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. Is that not? Yes. Well, it's not really that much of a problem. It's just kind of something that I wasn't really expecting. Kind of took me by surprise when I was able to notice that I could see through my DSi. And that's really about it for that con.